guys, it's your girl T. So I want to go ahead and shout my girl, one and only Jasmine. Like I said, she's always keeping me up on the latest tea on Instagram. I even had to follow her because she's always in my timeline tagging me and stuff. So thank you so much, sweetie. So anyways, Jasmine wants to know my opinion about this story that's going viral. It's about Moschino, honey. You guys know I really love fashion. I'm always going to fashion shows and things like that. And Moschino is one of my favorite designers. He has like a lot of really cool pieces. I love the fact that the name is out there. It's bold. He has a lot of bright colors, prints, and I really love the Moschino leather jacket bag. That's like one of my favorite bags. It's so beautiful. And now he's come out with the Barbie. But the crazy thing is that the Barbie comes in black and white. So we have a little, chocolate little Barbie. The Barbie is already sold out. It hasn't even been 24 hours and the Barbie is sold out. The Barbie sold for $150 a pop, but now you can find them on eBay, okay? Between $300 and $800, and the black Barbie's selling out even more because they were more rare. They made more white Barbies than black Barbies. So this is causing some controversy as well. The biggest controversy is the commercial, honey. So what's going on with the commercial is that this is the first commercial in history to feature a little boy, honey. So the little boy's in the commercial and he's playing with the Moschino doll. And he's sitting there and his wrist is kind of limp and he's like, she's fierce, honey. He said some bullshit. Anyhow, that is going viral. A lot of people are really upset by this because they feel like, one, little boy should not be playing with Barbie dolls, and two, why is this little boy in the commercial, acting like that? So a lot of people online are really upset, but of course with that, you have some people who are very supportive as well. So go ahead and check out the comments online. I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary. Alright, so you guys just saw all the comments and everything else. If you guys want to see the commercial, you guys can click the link down below to go check it out. But with that being said, the creative director of Moschino is Jeremy Scott. So a lot of folks are saying that, this little boy looks a lot like Jeremy Scott, like a younger version. And Jeremy Scott is also gay as well. And so they're saying that the little boy is, mimicking Jeremy Scott, or maybe the little boy is gay, who knows. So people want to know my opinion, I guess, on this story because I have boys. Me personally, while I think it's cool that, they're trying to mix things up and, have gender neutral things, I also feel like it would not be as much controversy if this was a little girl playing with Tonka trucks with a bunch of boys. I always find it funny that it's always cute to be a tomboy. Nobody looks at a little girl who's a tomboy as a weirdo, because I was a big tomboy growing up and nobody really looked at me as a weirdo. But if it's a boy playing with dolls, people automatically coin them as gay and look at them as weirdos, okay? I will say this. What kind of bothers me with the commercial is that, once again, they're playing into the stereotypical gay male role. The little boy's sitting there like this, and he's talking about, this is fierce and all this other stuff. Like, he's being very effeminate. And being that he's so young, to me, I feel like, is he naturally effeminate like that? Or did they teach him to mimic that behavior? You get what I'm saying? Certain things come out in children and then certain things don't. So I don't know if that's really how the little boy acts outside of the commercial, or if that's how they taught him to act. But what people need to realize is that regardless if a man is gay or straight, folks need to realize is that not every gay man behaves in that manner. I have a really good gay friend. We've been friends since we were about 18 years old. And I remember when he first came out the closet to me. And even to this day, people are always shocked when people are like, why don't you and him get together? Y'all make a cute couple, because we always take like the cutest pictures together. And I'm like, he's gay. He ain't checking for me. And people are always shocked, like, what, he's gay? people are always surprised because, one, he does not act, quote unquote gay. He's not effeminate. He's not walking around in high heels like Derek J. He doesn't have a purse. He acts like a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the part that's kind of disheartening, is that once again, you're turning gay people or gay men into caricatures. For them to have him not only playing with the dolls, but, saying fierce and acting super effeminate, even more effeminate than the little black girl or the little white girl, to me just kind of seems forced. It doesn't look like just 3 children naturally playing with Barbie dolls, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the commercial. I felt like it was a little bit forced. Somebody asked me, would I buy a Barbie doll for my sons? And the answer is no, I wouldn't buy a Barbie doll for my sons. Because why? My sons are not into Barbie dolls. They've never been into Barbie dolls. My sons are into video games and sports. So there would be no reason for me to buy a Barbie doll for my son. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. So now I want a doll, but I refuse to pay $300 for a doll. So hopefully Moschino will make some more so I can buy me a doll. And I have a subscriber of mine who I follow on Instagram. And he's a guy, and I guess he's a doll collector. I don't know, but all he does is post Instagram pictures of dolls. He just collects dolls, and he does their hair, and I don't know what his sexuality is. That's not my business, but I'm like fascinated by his posts. I'm always finding myself liking his posts, and it's funny to me because it's like a guy, he's posting all these pictures of dolls that I haven't seen in years, like Baby Alive, just different dolls I guess he collects, so there are guys out here who are into dolls, and they're not necessarily effeminate, and they're not necessarily gay. People are into what they're into, so to each his own. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation, honey, concerning the little boy in the Moschino commercial. All right, talk to y'all later. Deuces. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.